What is up, Need for Speed Racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. I'm here today with Copium 10. I don't know how we got all the way to 10, honestly. It seems like just yesterday we were coming up with the idea for Copium 1. This week, we are running the Volkswagen Golf Gti on the long climb. For Copium 10, I wanted to do something kind of special. This car is the current record holder on the long climb. I would like to see the Copium series potentially break the crew record on that track. It's a little harder now that we're in Volume 3 and they took away our pre-shift, but I believe that we could probably do it. And like always, I like to pick cars and tracks that are a fun combination, and this is really fun to drive. I know there's a lot of GOLFIUM haters out there, but really guys, you need to get into this car, and you can build it any way you want. You can go from the more horsepower driven 1,000, 1,100 horsepower build, or you can tone it down, get it more into the meta build that we use to set the record, which I'm going to show you today, or anywhere in between. This thing is crazy. You can drive it off-road, you can drive it grip on track. I mean, you can really do a lot with the car, and so driver preference is really going to come into this, and I think that's really special for Copium 10. And really, just at the end of the day, it's going to be some good racing this week, and I think we're going to see some really fast times on that track. And so when we get 80, 100 people pushing down the times on any given track, we're bound to set something up. So I wanted to do that this week. I think it's going to be really, really cool. Let's dig into the build, and then I'll explain to you all of the ins and outs of Copium 10 and explain the rules to everybody, just in case you need refresh. But there's a lot of people that come to the videos for just the build, so I'll dig into that first. You know what? No, actually, if you come here for just the build, don't skip. Listen, Copium series is my series. It is what I thought up, and I've had a lot of people helping me with the overall construction of it. It is the biggest, the best, the most organized race league series in Need for Speed Unbound. There's nowhere better you can go, and there's nowhere else that's got faster drivers. But we cater to the new drivers. So if you've never participated in a league before, you've never run a series, get in with us. Copium 10 is a great place to start. This is for everybody, from the newest player that just got that game on sale last week to the veterans that have been playing since day one like myself, and everybody in between. Fast or slow, mid-range, doesn't matter. We want you to participate because I guarantee I will group you up with somebody that is very close to your skill set. The way it works, you run the GTI Golf on the long climb, which is the second race in the playlist. And at the end of that race, take a screenshot of your time. I need to see your name, the car, and your time on the track. It's pretty easy. You can do that on your console by pressing the screenshot button, on computer by pressing the print screen button, or taking a picture with your phone. Submit that time to me via email or Discord. My email is alexcornnut@gmail.com. I'll have it in the link down below, and then also my Discord. Come and join us over there. That's a great place to find other people racing Copium and find other people doing different strategies and stuff. We have a lot of fun. It is how a lot of new friends are made, and it's the best place to go. For the build, you can build the car any way you want it, but I've got the record setting run before us, and so if you want to use that as a baseline, you can go from there, but you can go a lot of places with it. So let's dig into the build side of things. Now, I won't go into the styling because I've already covered this car in the actual build video I did, so we'll just go right to the performance. The engine that you use in this particular build is the last engine. It is the 2.0 liter inline 4, 366 brake horsepower when we start, and we basically double it. For the power and the induction parts, you are Elite Platinum for the first 5, so it's Elite Platinum Induction, Elite Platinum ECU, Elite Platinum Fuel System, Elite Platinum Exhaust, and Elite Platinum Centrifugal Supercharger. This car does not need a ton of torque. It has a real problem with wheel spin, so running the Sentry allows you to put the power down and then get on the top end like you need it. You can build this car any way you want, but this is the build I've got set up for this engine. Sport Bronze, Nitrous, Elite Platinum Off-Road Suspension. The long climb has a lot of off-road sections, and you can really scuff the track and cut the corners and do a lot of fun stuff, and that's why I think this week is going to surprise a lot of people. This is actually a really fun build, and it's hard not to smile just flying off-road and going crazy with it. So dig in, you guys. For the brakes, iron basic, because who needs to stop? We use boost in our corners, not brakes. And then for the tires for this build, you are going to use super gold off-roads. Guys, you might change some stuff up, take a little power out. You might try the Elite Platinum off-roads this week. Go with what you feel. Iron basic clutch. And then you are going to run the Sport Bronze 4-speed transmission. Elite Platinum differential, so that way you can get 100% grip, because we are back full Gripium. No Driftium this week. Well, maybe. Some of you savages will probably drift this car. I love that. Auxiliary, nitrous drift, nitrous grip. Those are the two that I use to get my micro drifts down, to get that full boost bar going. Handling, slide that slider all the way to the left. We are full Beyonce, to the left, to the left. Steering sensitivity, I run that all the way high on this little monster, just because it kind of turns in a little sluggish. You got to use a little e-brake sometimes, and so I go nuts with it. But you guys go with whatever you feel. Downforce, I'm dead set middle on this one. You can run it higher, you can run it lower. You can pretty much go anywhere you want with it. It's totally up to you. So go with what you feel. Try some stuff out. See what's good for you. I'm sure that I'll dabble with that a lot this week. Traction control is off, and drift entry I have set to brake tap. Guys, that is going to give you this Golf GTI build A269 when you run the downforce all the way low. 100% grip. It'll do 165 on the top end, maybe 170 with some redline tech. 658 on the horsepower and 568 on the torque. Now, if you want to change things up, just some food for thought, you guys. If you come over here to the 4.9 liter V8, slap that in there, and then you go over and you hold on, scuff the tires down to bronze off-roads. That's all you need to do. Now this build is bronze, sport bronze induction, super gold ECU, super gold fuel system, elite platinum exhaust, and elite platinum centrifugal supercharger, sport bronze nitrous. The rest of the chassis is the same as the previous car or the previous build. We're just now using the 4.9 liter V8, and then you need to put bronze off-road tires on it. By doing this, you give the car a top speed of 178. It'll do about 185. 958 on your horsepower and torque of almost 1100. You could run this build this week if you want. Guys, do whatever you want. Go with what you feel. There's a lot of different engines and car combinations. We found that when we were running this car on this track, taking some of the power out so that way you can put the power down to the floor was a little better way. Like if you're sitting there spinning the wheels the whole time going through the gears, you're really not accelerating, you're just burning out. So taking some power out so that way you can get all of it down to the road is a good strategy. But I'm not going to say what the best build is because I honestly don't know. I just know what we have a crew record in, and that's what I've showed you today. So, to sum up, Copium 10 by the Volkswagen Golf GTI 1976. Build it any way you want. Run the long climb, which is the second race in the A+ playlist. At the end of the race, set a screenshot with your name, the car, the Volkswagen Golf GTI, and your time. All of that needs to be clearly visible for me. Submit that to me via Discord or email. Discord is linked down below. Email is also down below, alexcornnut@gmail.com, and I will get you put in. All of the times that are submitted are hidden. Nobody knows anybody else's time, and at the end of the week, we do a big reveal. I put everybody into splits, so even if you're 10, 15 seconds, 30 seconds off the fastest guy, you could still win your split. And I'll make sure I group you up with people that are very like-minded and very like-skilled. And so it's a great way to participate. We want to have you. Come turn up, be a piece of Copium 10. Guys, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you on the track. Bye-bye.